If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FuninstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FuninstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
Greeting, listeners, and welcome back to Gestalheim Productions. Welcome to Pratchetville. We're back with the, what kind of team name should we give for your crew?
Yeah, Team Inc.
Oh, that. Sorry, space. Are we just doing intros right now?
Yeah.
Hi, listeners. It's Chris. Pronouns he, him. I'm playing Corey Cosplay the Curio. You can find me on Pillar 4 like Chris, and from there you can navigate your way to my socials. I run the podcast, Many Stories, Many Games. Yeah, that's me.
Hey, everybody. It's Nick. I'm playing Nick, the Scrapper.
Hello, everyone. I am Frank, and I will be playing the paradox known as Tyrell Catcher, and you can find me on the RPG Empire for Dustworld Season 2 as the character Monday.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I gotta get back into checking out Dustworld. I played it, but I gotta listen to it.
Monday.
Yeah, I'm one of the main characters.
And always, I'm a producer of Gestalheim Productions, Sean, and the Keeper. And Nick, technically, aren't you playing Nyx?
Oh, Lord, have merciful mercy. Yes, I am. I forgot. There's another one of me now.
Yeah, because we had some time shenanigans happening, and it's just funny because we're recording this just after Time Jail went out, which means at least someone in this group should have gone to Time Jail and hasn't yet.
And well, my character in this has not been at Time Jail. I've been to Time Jail a few times. It's always a good time in Time Jail.
Well, lastly, left our heroes, Tyrell and Corey had narrowly escaped the liminal space caused by some kind of strange eldritch ink situation, and were starting to leave the library after they noticed the space was starting to expand, even though high-ranking individuals in the library, such as Michael, weren't quite aware of it until monsters started to leak out into the library. They headed over to the bar where local scrapper and mad scientist extraordinaire Nick was just starting his day and took a few strange calls from his sister Serafina, who had mentioned that their other sister Sally had been acting weird and ate a whole bag of sugar or flour. What was up with that?
No, she just needed extra sugar in her life. It's fine.
And as they started to gather materials and discuss the situation, Nick got a strange message from Michael showing that the library had now been taken over and was basically looking like some kind of cartoonish alien, queen alien nest from, well, Alien, I guess is the best way to put it. And Corey had done some scrying, which pointed him that the group needed to go in the woods as he saw a spectral entity, a Dallas, not the Dallas they knew, but one of another nature pointing in the woods. Just in time for Tyrell to bring back some backup as another Nick from, well, they're definitely not in Kansas anymore.
In the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time.
Yep, just in the nick of time for the stewards to start expelling a mass amount of ink outwards in a spout as the party looked on with confusion and horror. I think that's where we left off.
Yeah, we were putting together all kinds of stuff to hopefully deal with all the shenaniganery.
Corey sighs as he looks at the ink beginning to well up and the manhole cover that just crushed through the roof of Nick's barn. He says, "Grab the weapons, we need to go, 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 go." And I bolt for the front door.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think as you guys are heading out, Nick, Tara, what are you guys doing as you see Corey run out?
I am. I have grabbed everything, and I remember Tyrell throwing me a flamethrower, and I'm going to, or a flamethrower at as we were finishing the last go around, and I'm just gonna look at everybody, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, too far to go," and I'm gonna start just like, fuck the house. Like I can get another one. It's fine. Like if it burns down, it burns down. It is what it is. I'll build another one. It's fine.
Haven't we blown up this place once already?
Yeah. I mean, that's why. Like, it's fine. Like we'll just I'll rebuild. It's fine.
Well, when we asked questions, I remember I helped you with a space project once and it went bad.
No, he's just like, yeah. I think we'll have to rebuild it again.
Yeah, not the first time we've done this.
My main focus is let's just get out of here in one piece intact, and we can worry about this later. It's fine.
I think as the ink is welling up, you start to see creatures coming out at. You do notice they're not heading for the house or the bar.
Oh,
Yeah, they're heading towards you guys as you run away.
well, yeah.
I'll give you that for free. That's something you can see for free, that they are actively pursuing you guys. And they basically look like I'm gonna say they look like kind of like Resident. If Disney made a Resident Evil cartoon, that's what you'd be seeing.
Oh, lovely.
In my head, all I'm picturing is the Blot from Epic Mickey.
Yeah, yeah.
Same here.
Kind of, but also more. If you've ever seen Five Nights at Treasure Island,
Yeah. That's a deep cut.
It's fine. We get the idea of monsters coming towards us. Sorry, Sean. Corey looks at this, looks at the edit, and says, "Alrighty, it's horror movie time. Let's go into the woods."
Before we do, Tyrell is going to assess reality.
all right.
And here we go. And that's a 9.
All right. 9, you get to pick one of the questions. What happened here? What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What here is useful or valuable to me? What here is not what it appears to be? And who or what is really in control here?
Going to use my special one.
Oh,
When or where has this happened before?
that is a very interesting question. How do I want to answer that? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think
Basically, Tyrell's checking his memory to see if this has happened before and what was done about it. If that makes it a little easier, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. I think you've seen something like this before in, I think this is actually from an encounter you had with other Nick. Maybe this is how you met them, because one of your timelines you went pretty dark. I think it's maybe this is why you came to Pratchetville now, because you went to Pratchetville later after being advised that there might be help here. But this had already happened, and when you got here, it wasn't just that, like there's these cartoon things coming out. Reality was broken.
I'm remembering that. Hey, Nick 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Robo Nick. This is going to be confusing.
Yeah, because they have the exact same voice.
I remember us running into this before. What did we do last time? Do you remember?
Do I remember?
All right, roll me and assess reality.
With a +1, just kidding.
Actually, yes.
Right. And that is going to be a assess reality as chaos or wit.
Believe it is wit.
Sweet, that's a 9.
All right. You can ask one of the questions. What happened here? What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What here is useful or valuable to me? What here is not what it appears to be? Who or what is really in control here?
What's our best way out?
I think you remember with the center, when you guys were investigating, it was a hive mind that had taken over another reality that the facility you guys were in charge of was once the SCP facility and later became the beginnings of the library. Corey is right. Whatever is going on is out in the woods. Because you had to go out to the woods. And it's kind of funny. It's hard to remember what you did, but you had to do something in the woods. You had to take care of something in the woods.
Good friend there. I think we need to go into the woods.
Brilliant.
You say as Corey's already running towards it.
Right, catch up to that Corey then.
Vamonos.
I will say, even though you don't remember what you had to do, you remember being sad about it.
Aww. Huh.
Like you get to the sense that this is the early stages and you do not want this to get to where it was there, because you kind of think you might have to have killed someone,
Oh yeah, let's not do that if we can avoid it.
Okay. So you guys are heading towards the woods?
Yep.
Oh yeah, with haste.
Okay.
With gusto.
Hey, I think with that we're gonna need to save your skin just because you're trying to get away from the ones already heading towards you. Some of them are slow, some of them are faster and almost like looping, where they're falling and they're almost tumbling and they're just reforming in like this messed up sort of like, if it was a normal human being doing this, you would be cringing in horror as their body distort. But because they're just made out of ink, it's a little better, but not quite.
11.
I believe that is going to be a 9 for moi.
Which Nick?
Just a sec.
Oh, I need to roll for both of them.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 Nicks, yes.
Shit. So that's 9 for Robo Nick.
That's a 13 for Tyrell.
That's a 12 for Curran.
Okay. I'm gonna say Robonick is going to be, I think Robonick, you see all this stuff happening, these things coming at you, and you see the others getting ahead, and I'm gonna give you a choice. You can try to keep up with them, and you're gonna probably take some harm, or you can try to basically give me an option where you can try to escape with them and be with them in the next scene, or you can hold the creatures back and then you're going to be gone for a scene and take your scene to catch up, if that makes sense.
I like holding them back. That seems like something I would do.
Okay. And describe how you hold these things back.
So Robo Nick, kind of knowing in a way what could happen, he's going to call to the other Nick and he's going to be like, "Give me the flamethrower." And he will take the flamethrower from current Nick, and he will just kind of just plant himself in place and begin kind of holding the crowd at bay to allow everybody else to get away.
Okay. And do you say anything to the group? Like, have an idea of what's going on. Is there anything you want to try to pass on to the rest of the group?
I think I'm just gonna I don't know that Robotnik would really say anything. He would just be like, "Keep going. I'll be behind you in a minute."
Okay.
And that is what Robotnik will do.
Nice. Robotnik actually does help out because then won't have the zombies for the next scene or a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
I think we just see the camera just zooms out as I'm focusing on the others, but you can see Robotnik in the background going. I feel like I want to say I keep on picturing just like Scorpio in The Simpsons with a flamethrower.
I can dig it.
Godspeed, you crazy bastard.
Yeah, you just hear some cackling in the background.
And then some bright orange puffs here and there.
Yeah, maybe you hear "burn, baby, burn."
There's like a Bluetooth sweep speaker in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just picturing the chest opening up, and then as the camera pulls away, you just hear and a beam of energy is shooting out like a base cannon.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys get to enter the woods, which is going to be fun because I think as you guys enter the woods, I'm going to need a quick assess reality from everyone.
All right.
3.
It's 8 for both.
0.
Oh, you don't have to do it for Robo Nick yet because he's gone from the scene.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's an 8.
What did Tyrell get?
I rolled a 1.
Okay, then.
Okay. I think as you guys are heading in the woods, you're just focusing on heading in the woods. You know you need to go in the woods. You know the zombies are back there. You know Robo Nick's back there. And you're just running into the woods the way you think you would run. But here's the thing. Nick, you barely managed to dodge as you suddenly see like a tree right in your path. You've hiked this way, you've ran this way before in the woods, like going, I want to say like just when you need to go off for a run and a hike or something, and you know this tree shouldn't be here. You kind of tuck and dodge, while Tyrell and Corey run face first into some trees and take 1 harm.
Oh.
And there's a messed up part is like the trees are just suddenly there. Like you're literally, I think you're just running and all of a sudden there's a tree there. If that makes sense.
Well, that was heckin' rude. Got hit by a tree.
Corey gives him a look. We're in the woods.
The tree reached out and smacked me. Oh.
Okay, that gets his attention, and he looks at the tree. Is the tree made out of ink by any chance?
It isn't, but I think if you look at the tree, something catches your eye as you look back. The path you guys were coming down, it's gone.
Oh, fuck. Yay.
And the path you guys were heading down is gone. It's like the forest itself has shifted around you. And there's like 3 new paths you can take.
Oh, Pisa.
In fact, I'm going to take a hard move. I haven't taken any hard moves, and I realize with some of the failures. So, the other thing is, as you look around, you guys start to hear something moving through the trees, and you hear the cracking of trees and branches, and well, those actually sound like trees being knocked down all around you. What do you do?
In my history dealing with the supernatural, I haven't actually been to Wonderland yet. Have either of you?
Can't say that I have.
Tyrell?
Yes, Tyrell has been to Wonderland.
Okay. Then which path do we take?
Do I need to do an assess reality, or can I just say?
You can. I want to say you can do an assess reality, just to be safe.
Alrighty, just a sec. Got an 8.
All right, you have 3 questions. What happened here? What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What here is useful or valuable to me? What here is not what it appears to be? Who or what is really in control?
Let's do best route. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say real quick while Tyrell was trying to pick those questions. I wanted noted that Corey has pulled out his pistol and is arming it.
Is pulling out his handheld. It looks like a blowtorch, but it's like a small flamethrower.
And Tyrell, as always, has his trusty, very oversized sword with him.
Oh yeah, be ready. Right?
And you want to go with the best route?
Yep.
I think as you're looking around, you catch something in one of the paths. You're looking there surrounding you because you see something strange in the distance. It looks sort of like headlight, except they blink. And they narrow into half circles, and you see them kind of like speeding towards you guys and the sound.
Oh god, I just remembered the gift that was posted on Discord a few days ago. Damn it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is barreling down towards you guys. I think you get the idea. The direction that the third path is going to be most likely to get you away from this, whatever this is.
Whatever path takes us out of here.
Let's go ahead and embrace chaos here. What's the stat for that one?
That is chaos.
No, I should have. My apologies, everyone.
It's all good.
And turns out Tyrell happens to be really good at that, so let's roll.
All right.
That is a 14. Holy crap.
Holy crap. Okay, you get to choose 2 from the list below. You gain a clear understanding of the power's source, effects, and motives, if any. You quell the power's effect or fan its flames. You briefly wield this power's effect. You subvert this power to achieve your ends, take +1 forward. You inflict or heal 1 harm on a nearby target, or you mark or erase 1 essence.
We're being chased, and this is something barreling towards us. Let's gain an understanding of the power's source, effects, and motivations. For the first one.
All right. I think you guys kind of see Tyrell reach down or reach over to one of the pathways you have, and you see them kind of blur for a second. And I think how this works with your nature, Tyrell, is that you kind of like pull a Doctor Strange in Infinity War, where you're tapping into the fact you're unstuck from reality, and you're trying to see the different timelines, seeing what the best way is. And
like for the moments, all of these scenes combine into one.
Yeah. And you actually see something strange. You see this man get pulled into this cabin, and then you see these explosion of, like, you want to call them spirits, but they're not quite. They don't look quite right. They look almost as cartoonish as the creature you are already faced in the books that you've been fighting and all the other things you've been seeing. And you get the sense that whatever's going on, it seems like a bunch of lost souls claimed someone very powerful, and all these things you've been fighting, they're just these souls searching for a body or some kind of container.
I think with that in mind, Tyrell is going to use that knowledge, and he's going to quell the power's effect.
All right. Yeah, I think you do this, and you guys see Tyrell blur again, and then the forest blurs again. And then it just reforms into its natural shape, and that path that this thing was bearing down is no longer a path. And you almost hear almost like a cartoonish, as it like sound like something being thrown back and rolling backwards into the woods and crashing into things. And now you guys are in a part of the woods where Corey and Nick are familiar with, because you know Nick, your dad usually camps around here. You want to say maybe you can hike another mile in the woods. That's about usually where you guys always find him when he's camping. Whenever he goes on his little sabbaticals into the wood.
I'm gonna look at Corey and I'm gonna go, I think we might.
He also watches Tyler kind of stabs his sword in the ground for a second, dusts his hands off.
I think we might have figured out where Dad went.
Do we think he's responsible for this latest pseudo-apocalypse or no?
Too early to say. I mean, it's possible. He always.
All right, let's check out the campsite.
Well, and we'll proceed through the woods to where we know the campsite is.
All right. And I think with this, as you guys are running, you kind of hear like a bush, and then you just see Robo Nick kind of like Superman land and then roll towards you guys, covered in burning ink. You kind of shake off.
Guys, I'm back. You miss me?
Hell yeah. What you been up to, man? Just gonna kind of high five him and then shake his hand after realizing.
Yeah, and it's like, burn some things. Good time.
Glad to see you made it back, though.
That'd take more than those stupid things to take me out.
I believe these two can fill you in on what's going on right now, because I'm a little lost at the moment. Maybe a little bit woozy, too.
Corey is not paying this any mind, and he's just heading straight forward the path ahead.
I think Nick, in a similar vein, we'll just kind of give while focusing on where they're going, because you don't want to get lost. He kind of gives a brief overview of what was just said, and he'll just kind of he'll end it with, and I kind of have a feeling that we might find him here. So let's just get up to the campsite and see what's going on.
You know what, Roboneck, this clicks something in your head.
Oh yeah,
because Roboneck knows something that the Scrapper Nick doesn't. He knows Dallas is a reality warper.
Oh, I do. I do know that. I had forgotten.
And I almost think that kind of clicks in your head. That's why you can't remember who you killed.
Oh shit.
As the Dallas Now, this is not, you do real, I think it kind of clicks too that this is not your Dallas. This is a Dallas.
Yeah, I think like Rebel Nick will just kind of get real quiet, and like if anybody is like looking at him or anything, like if anybody happens to take a look back, you can see like a scowl forming, and he's not gonna say anything, just because there's no need to, and he'll just kind of keep walking, trying to kind of ignore the thought that just came into his head.
Yeah, I think with this, as you guys are heading along, you find the weirdest thing in the path ahead.
Why did I just feel chill go down my spine?
Oh, yeah. That's means I'm doing my job. Apparently, I'm really good at doing really creepy, scary of this better than Monster of the Week.
I enjoy it, but I too also have a sneaking suspicion. I think I know what's going on.
Because here's the weird thing you find is an impact crater.
Okay.
A person-sized impact crater.
But no Dallas.
Yeah, and then a smaller impact crater ahead. And a trail of blood red ink heading into the brush ahead. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at it and just kind of be like, huh. And I'm going to. I'm gonna start following it.
Corey will be right with Nick.
Tyrell will be taking up the rear with his big sword.
Right. Yeah, I think you follow this and you find the weirdest thing hanging on a tree. You almost see like you're seeing a figure in the trees. At least at least at as you're walking closer, at first it seems to be a figure in a tree, and then I want to need a quick wit, not an assess reality, just a quick plus wit roll.
7.
Is that from everyone or just Nick?
Well, it depends. Is everyone just following Nick, or is Nick in the lead, or?
I am side by side with Nick.
Okay, if you're side by side with Nick, then also get a roll with.
Come on, Chris, I believe in you.
6.
I'm sorry, Chris.
I can't let you do that.
Yeah, so you guys are moving forward, and Nick is the first one to notice it, that this is a black suit, a black trench coat with a bunch of leaves and stuff. It's just there so that you look at it. It's like a facsimile of a person.
My mortal enemy.
Looney Tunes style. And I think as you turn to the left to tell Corey, you see a figure with bright red eyes, wild red hair, and what can only be described as a large, spinning buzzsaw erupting out of their arm as they swing it down at Corey.
There's not a protect someone roll, is there?
There it technically is. It would be it's base fear, I think.
I'm gonna face fear, cause fuck no, you ain't doing that shit around here. Oh hell yeah. That is a 13.
All right. What do you do to stop this giant buzzsaw that's coming right for Corey, like out of a horror cartoon?
I'm gonna shoulder check the lady.
It's not a lady. It's a young man.
I'm gonna shoulder check this young gentleman. and hopefully catch him off balance enough to knock the blade away from Corey.
Yeah, I think you knock this gentleman back, and the blade just narrowly cuts into the ground behind you, Corey. Hear cutting power noise, kind of like like metal cutting through metal.
Mm-hmm.
And this young gentleman growls in your direction, Nick, and headbutts you.
Hey, asshole, that's not fun. That's not nice.
Yeah. Before he tries to headbutt him, yeah, I'm opening fire with my pistol. Is this fight for your life or face fear?
Fight for your life, I think. You're directly engaging the threat.
And that's a 10.
All right. You get to choose an extra effect. Inflict +1 harm. Suffer less harm. -1. If you like -1 harm, gain the advantage. Take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another character. Take something from them, or force them where you want them.
Since I'm intervening on this guy headbutting Nick, I'm going to say force them where you want them. So my shot, it literally just does exactly what it says. I force him back on away from Nick. Normal Nick, I should say.
Yeah, I think you pull up your pistol. Your shots ring clear on this guy, and you hit him in the eye, in the face, and there's just these splatter effect as he howls and he's knocked back, and you just see like these gruesome holes in his face. Well, where you would expect to see bone and tissue, you just see more of this red ink as he stumbles back and starts to reform. And he just staring at him and starts laughing. He's like, "Oh, you think that much can handle me? I'm oh." And you think he stares at Nick, and he's like, "Oh, this is so ironic. The prodigal brother coming back to save the day and imprison those that his sibling devoured. What a great day! How do you feel so great, Nick?"
Or a business partner of yours? Corey says lightly as he's observing this figure.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You know, in all the timelines I've been through, I don't remember this one.
Oh, you don't? Oh, my name's not important. You can just call me. And you see his hand.
Hello, not important. My name is Tyrell.
You see his arms kind of like. It's weird. I think it's weird for Robonick because it looks almost like something you might do, except instead of like machinery moving around, it's literally like his arms are being erased and redrawn into dual Gatling guns. As he fires a spray in your guys' direction, you can call me Doom.
Am I supposed to shake at that?
Also, he's shooting these Gatling guns at you.
Yeah, I figured as much. I take it this is save your skin.
Yeah, just be a save your skin.
I'm actually going to try and face fear here.
11.
7.
What is face fear based on, sorry?
Pluck.
Pluck. Are you a plucky boy? Let me roll. 9 plus 1, 10.
The 10? Okay. What are you going to do?
Tyrell is going to do something really stupid. He is going to jump in front of the Gatling fire and with his sword, and kind of memorizing from getting shot before, he's going to try and deflect all of the bullets.
Okay. Yeah, I think you managed to duck forward. And I think as this is going, Nick's dodging out of the way. Corey tries to dodge, and I think you hit like a patch of mud, and you kind of trip, and you start, and I'll give you an option for this just because of the mix roll press is that either you're stuck behind Tyrell where he's doing he's doing like the blade barrier to keep him the bullets from hitting you, but you don't really have like a clear shot yourself because the blades just like it's hard to get a clear shot between what he's doing, the Deadpool or whatever. Deadpool's not a good example because he has a full bullet. Basically, if you want to move so you can fire on it again, I'm going to say you hit a patch of dirt and you're going to take a -1 to pluck until you get to kill it. Or if you want to stay where you are, where you can still do other things, you can't actively engage until you move out of the way because Tyrell's acting as a barrier at the moment.
I'll stay behind Tyrell.
Okay. You do hit the dirt and you fall, and then Tyrell's doing the barrier, so he's keeping the Gatling gun from hitting you. Also, Nick, what did Robo Nick get?
Oh, normal Nick got an 11. What did the Robo Nick get? Robo Nick got a fucking 5.
Would you say that Robo Nick, seeing this thing try to do what he does, would he have rushed forward to maybe try cutting it off?
Probably.
I think that's what happened is Robo Nick rushes forward and these bullets hit him and they splatter on Nick and Robo Nick realizes too late that it's more this ink and it's starting to solidify around him and it kind of freezes around him, immobilizing him at the moment. As like those horror movies where people get killed and they would put in a wax statue like that, but with eldritch ink. He's not dead though. He's been inked.
Oh man, you guys made me ink.
Oh.
And I think Doom just chuckles to himself as he kind of ducks back and he gathers a bunch of the ink in his hand and he punches it down into the ground. And he starts to pop out of the ground randomly.
Yeah, no. I'm still on the ground myself, and I'm going to slam my palm into the dirt, and I'm going to try and EMP him, for lack of a better term. Yeah, embrace chaos.
Embrace chaos?
Embrace chaos, okay.
That's an 11. Well, the power is effect. So, like I said, I just EMP him.
Yeah, I think you do this, you put your hand in the ground, and it's sort of like almost whack-a-mole, where the trees stop popping up. Like as soon as they do, it just gets pulled back down as you're deflecting their attack. And can someone roll me a quick 2d6 flat?
I think it can't be me because I am distracted.
Yeah.
Ready to roll?
Yeah, I think that's so enough.
10?
Okay, with a 10, you hear a commotion in the woods, and I think you get the sense that despite and all the noises made, you realize that the reason why he called out his name so loudly was to draw in reinforcements, but they're far enough away that you could hear him crashing through the woods, but they're not quite here yet.
Fellas, I think we have some company coming.
Time to beat feet and get gone?
I'm thinking so.
All right. Good enough for me.
I'm going to try and free Robo Nick here.
Okay.
What would that be?
I think that would be a face fear.
Luck. Here we go.
You're doing something risky. Or it could be an embrace chaos.
Let's go with risky. 6 plus 1, 7.
Right. I think hard choices. You can do this, but you're going to take harm because you're going to have to go up to him and slice into the ink around him, and it's going to leave you open for Doom to come in with one of his weapons.
You are still protecting Corey, I will remind you, Tyrell. Corey, who is currently crouched on the ground, jamming Doom Boy here.
That's a very good point.
Or I would say
Either I get hurt from helping or I leave Corey open.
Yeah, either leave Corey open or you take the harm to free Robo Nick.
I'll go with the harm and continue to shield Corey.
Okay, so I think how this goes is that you keep on you're still doing the blade shield, but you're also kind of dashing forward, and you're basically pressing your luck, so you're still doing it, but you're moving it up so that like the slices you're doing start to cut into the ink gel around Roboneck. And because you're doing that, it just slows out your momentum and your timing just a little bit, and you take 2 of these ink slugs into the chest, and you take 1 harm.
Which, thanks to my hardiness, is a 0.
I should have thought about that.
As that happens, Corey either yells or screams, I'm not sure which, but he goes, Canon! This thing is made of ink. You have a flamethrower. What in the 7 hells are you doing?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Nick Canon.
No, so Nick will at that he's going to look at this, and he's going to rush in and start try to hose him. Oh, excuse me. Start trying to hose him down with the flamethrower.
All right. That sounds like it's going to be a fight for your life, because you are directly engaging a threat.
That's an 11.
All right, you get to pick an extra effect, inflict +1 harm, suffer less harm, gain the advantage, or take a +1 or give a +1 to another person, take something from them, or force them where you want them.
So here's the fun thing: is I'm going to take +1 harm, which makes this 3 harm hand fire.
All right.
Please tell me you and Nick evaporated this jackass.
Well, you do light this guy up. And he starts screaming, and he is taking damage. He's taking a decent amount of damage. I think he kind of stumbles back. He's trying to roll and put himself out.
Okay. With that opening created, I'm assuming he's not doing his whack-a-mole stunts anymore, so I don't need to focus on holding him back, right?
Right.
Okay. Then I'm going to use the initiative, and I'm going to open fire myself and hopefully finish him.
Finish him.
Fight for your life or face fear, which one?
Fight for your life, because you're actively trying to hurt him.
That's an 8.
All right, an 8.
Yeah, we inflict harm on each other. Okay. So I'll mark another harm. Oh, geez, I have 2 harm now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think you fire into this creature. You're I'm picturing you kind of moving forward and just put yourself up and just firing into this creature, and it's taking more damage. It's definitely, I want to say indeed, you can tell it's definitely bloodied, but it swings out one of its melting goopy arms at you and hits you for kind of basically Stretch Armstrong kind of smashes its fist into your gut for 1 harm.
Corey is out. Tyrell, finish it!
I think with that, Tyrell's going to, after kind of massaging his chest from the shots, dash in and take a swing at this guy's head.
That's going to be 1 more fight for your life.
And that is pluck.
Yep.
All right. That is a dirty 10.
All right. Okay, you get to choose 1 extra effect, inflict +1 harm, suffer less harm, gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter, take something from them, or force them where you want them.
I don't want to knock him into the flamethrower a bit more for extra harm.
All right. And your sword does 2 harm?
Yes.
Normally?
Let me double check that. Yeah, 2 harm and spread unwieldy.
Yeah, I think you cut into this thing and I feel like you just kind of rush forward and just anime style cleave them in half and then kick the lower half into the upper half that knocks it into flame as it kind of the body just kind of dissolves and its strange spirit kind of just flies up away from the body upwards. It's barely see through. You can see it kind of just flying upward or floating upwards. You guys manage to destroy Doom, and as you guys take a moment to breathe after destroying the entity Doom's physical body, you hear a crash as what can only be described as an abandoned bus filled with eldritch ink forming caterpillar legs tumbles into the clearing, looking at all you and rearing up and roaring. And here's the thing, Canon Nick, you recognize this bus?
Oh,
yeah, because this is where Dallas found your younger sisters when they first went in the woods and found them lost before they adopted them. In fact, this is where your sister Hazel would normally go to hang out in the woods in this thing, but it's now a feature of some sort as it rears up and roars at you.
Shoot.
How do you guys react to this boss cinematic?
What in the great googly moogly?
Corey's face just basically spells WTF.
Guys, what's going on?
Hell.
Cat bus?
Like that one movie?
I'm not familiar with whatever movie that is, but cat bus.
Not important. Right. What do we do?
Oh, it's not a cat bus. It's a bus-a-pillar.
It's a bus on caterpillar legs. And as they all say this, Corey's like, I'm double charging Michael for all this shit. And do we end?
That's where we end.